Okay, so I'm recording this video late at night because I'm stupid, and I realized that I needed to get a video out for today. Now, I am someone who has played pretty much all of the Borderlands games, and I really played them with one person just because that is how we decided to play the games, and we really enjoyed them until about 3. After Borderlands 3, it just didn't hook me personally the same way. I thought the guns were cool, but really the story was just not really there like the other ones. And the first Borderlands has a very special place in my heart. So with all of what has been shown so far of Borderlands 4, for me, it's really just going to come down to the story of the game. Now, there's probably drama around this game, like every game, and I just don't know what it is. I haven't really been following this game that much just because 3 left such a sour taste in my mouth. Again, if you enjoy 3, perfectly fine, okay? I'm not taking that away from you in any way, shape, or form. It just didn't speak to me. However, Borderlands 4 has won me over purely because of the studio and its actions and its commitment to itself. For me, Borderlands started as a split-screen co-op experience that just kind of shaped to being more online. If you haven't really been following gaming, there hasn't really been a lot of split-screen games anymore, and it's honestly kind of sad. Obviously, you have Hazelight Studio and all of the great work they do there, but if you're really just looking at games that come out, it's getting harder to find a single-player game that has a co-op mode. And for me, that's how I grew up playing games with my best friend, and that's part of the reason why me and him are just like brothers for life. However, Borderlands 4 in 2025 will have split screen co-op as well as support 4-player online co-op. Thank you. Like, I'm so happy by this. Like, just that alone would be almost enough to make me want to get this game. And the fact that it is a new Borderlands game, but it also promises new vault hunters, new planet to explore, and a new villain, which I think is cool. I mean, again, I'm really waiting for this story because that's what's going to make it or break it for me. I also saw something too, which just kind of won me over, was that one of my fears going into this game was that the humor was going to be very close to super cringe, super Gen A horror. I almost said horror, like horror comedy. Things like Skibbity Toilet, things like that. I had a fear that they would have some sort of take on that, or like Haktua, or some of that stupid brain rot shit, bring the boom Costco guys type comedy. And there was a story, I can't find it now. I swear to you, I read it somewhere, probably Instagram, so it probably wasn't true, of somebody who works for the Borderlands team coming out and saying, yep, the idea of anybody in our game saying any of those types of things makes us all cry. And I just, that's beautiful news to me. Not hating on Gen Alpha comedy, okay? Because for my Gen Zers out there, we were laughing at It's the Baby Let's Go memes for like 4 years, and I still find that shit hilarious. But many franchises have abandoned split screen and couch co-op, and it sucks because it really just opens the door to different situations where you can play this game and have a blast doing it. I was concerned that this game would follow that path, and luckily Gearbox just fucking saved it for me. Now, there is another story that's more emotionally invested for me. There was a story making the rounds online. I don't know if it was recent, but it was essentially, there was a very big Borderlands fan who was either diagnosed or had known about a terminal illness that they had. And Gearbox was more than nice enough to let this fan play through the experience. And that, to me, as someone who grew up around a lot of that shit, I love that. That is just absolutely amazing, in my opinion. I mean, it's hard to say that devs do that out of the kindness of their hearts and not for the publicity. The part of me that is nice inside, it's very small. Hold on, pause. The Grinch in me wants to say that they were doing it all for publicity and for views, the typical stuff. But I really don't think so. The Borderlands fan said that this game is fantastic. That to me is enough to want to play it. The fact that Gearbox went out of their way to give someone who is a open, big Borderlands fan who might not make it to the release of the game, the chance to get to play it before anybody else is just amazing. I can't remember what game it was. It might have been World of Warcraft, where there was a really big fan who passed away and they memorialized him by making an item in the game after him. Or I know that Valorant had somebody who passed away as well, and they made a player calling card for it. Things like that, for me, just show that studios do care. Obviously, I think there is a part of every studio that does things for the public eye, but at the same time, this is some shit that can win people like me over. And it did. Also, I'm really talking about this because they showed up at the Game Awards, and I really wasn't expecting them to. I kind of forgot that this game was coming out in 2025, but I am excited to see how this works. I'm excited to see what technical issues are fixed, because I know that in Borderlands 3 there was a lot of issues with the split screen. So I'm hoping with this it will work. I don't know if the online co-op mode is cross-platform. I want to say it is, but the jury's out on that from me. I have no clue. Also, the vibe of the trailer that they showed at the Game Awards, it just felt different. I was sitting there watching it just thinking to myself, this is a fucking Borderlands game? Really? I was shocked by it. Now, the Vault Hunter designs, people are always going to be mixed on character designs. I think the grappling hook looked really cool. I think the vehicle gameplay looked awesome. The Timekeeper as the villain, it looks super cool. They came out and they said that there's going to be a very low amount of loading screens compared to other games in the franchises, which I think is good, because as we get into more advanced technology, I think that's a good thing. Again, I said it 1,000 fucking times in this video. My only reservation is to see how the writing of this game lands. But if you are excited for Borderlands and you just want to see more, or maybe the studio has won you over with this game as well, let me know in the comment section down below. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. While you're going down to the comment section to let me know, you're going to scroll past a thumbs up button. Go ahead and click that, and then a red button that says subscribe. Click that as well. And then scroll down the comments and let me know. Or if you feel a different way than me, that's totally fine. I love a dialogue. I recommend that we have dialogue if we don't agree on something. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Nate, otherwise known as Wicked, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.